Howdy folks, and welcome back to Pool School. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of a return side or pressure side pool cleaner. So what do you say we get to it? Alrighty, before we get started, I want to thank you once again for watching this video. Remind you to like it if you do, subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already, and please share my channel with everyone you know who owns a pool. Also, don't forget to check out my membership website, poolschooler.com, and it'll come across the screen right here, poolschooler.com. It is full of more exclusive, members-only content that will help you save even more money servicing your pool yourself. Okay, before we dive in real quickly, I just want to let you know I currently do not have any clients who have a return side or pressure side pool cleaner. They're really more accurately called pool sweeps because they really don't vacuum, as it were, based on the suction side of the pool, like a suction side vacuum. But there are some pros and cons to them. Most of my clients have either pop-up systems or suction side vacuums, but I just want to let you know that. So I will have some pictures to show you, and we'll go over those pros and cons, and let's get to it. So just to recap, a pool sweep on the return side of your pool system basically works by using the return pressure of your pool, typically through a dedicated line and dedicated booster pump that sucks its own separate water from the pool and then feeds it back through that pump into the pool with pressure to that particular port. Or it's done using an adapter that adapts, like the one in this picture right here, that adapts an existing return port from the main filter to an adapter that fits the size of the hose that your pool sweep goes on. So that's basically how they're set up. And then when your pump runs, or when that pump motor runs, it creates water pressure that flows through the vacuum or the sweep, through the little tentacles that, again, in this picture, you'll see the tentacles there that sit out the back. They look like octopus tentacles. And they stir up the dirt that is on the bottom of the pool and suspend it in the water, and hopefully the filter then pulls it out. Similar to what a pop-up in-floor cleaning system does, same way. And then also the return pressure through the vacuum itself creates suction so that leaves, larger debris like leaves and things like that, are then sucked up through that bag that you can see in the picture here as well. So that's how they work. So a couple of the pros of a return side pool sweep are that, for me, in my opinion, I think they do probably the best job of pulling up leaves out of the bottom of the pool, especially if you've got that bag in it. The opening seems to be a lot larger than a lot of the other pool vacuums that are out there. Another thing that they do fairly decent job is those tentacles, because they randomly sweep around, they tend to move a lot more freely than a pop-up system as far as the return pressure. And so they tend to stir up, I believe, more dirt, and which makes it a better cleaning method than the typical pop-up, which the head just rotates around like that. And that's not that effective as far as I'm concerned. So those are the two big pros to a return side pool sweep. A couple of the negatives: one, just like a suction side vacuum, so you do have to deal with the unsightliness and the inconvenience of having vacuum hoses and the vacuum itself in the pool all the time. Another con is that, in my opinion, I think some of the gearing in them can be a little tricky when they start to wear out and replace. It can be a little of a pain to repair them. You can always take them to a pool supply store that can fix them for you, but in my opinion, again, the more gears and bearings in a pool vacuum or any kind of product, the more potential it is to go bad and wear out, especially in a corrosive environment like chlorinated water. That's not the best environment for maintaining things and things to last. Anyway, so that's another con of those. However, in all fairness, a lot of pool vacuums, suction side vacuums, are similar, again, with the hose and the thing that it stays in the pool the whole time. And then also that they, some of them are way over-engineered, but we won't get into that. I'll save that for the video on my suction side vacuums, which I've already done, so you can check that one out. I'll put a link in the description below this video if you want to watch that one as well. As far as converting your current pool situation to a return side, pressure side pool sweep, it's really not that hard if you have an adapter like the one, again, I'll show you a picture of it right here. It's an adapter that screws into the port, one of the ports of your returns for your pool. If you notice in this picture, you can see that there's also a little bit, there's an adjustment knob at the top of it, so you can adjust how much flow is going to that vacuum. From what I understand, although I don't have experience with those adapters, I've heard they work pretty good. So pretty much converting is not that hard when it comes to changing over from whether you have a no system or if you have a pop-up system, or if you have a suction side vacuum and you do for some reason decide you want to go with a return side pool sweep, then the adapter is probably the best way to do it. So there you go, folks. That is my hopefully short video on the pros and cons of a pressure side or return side pool sweep. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below this video, or if you'd like, you can email me directly. It is, as always, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Once again, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. I want to thank you once again for watching. Remind you to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out my membership website, poolschooler.com. And until we meet again, remember to have fun, be safe, and always watch those kids and elderly folk and pets around water. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.